And we welcome back to the show Midwest Orthopedics Dr. Nikhil Verma, MD, a sports medicine and shoulder specialist, also the team physician for both the White Sox and the Bulls. It's the NFL draft. It's a big day, but obviously you've got some issues when you look at potential injuries for a guy like, say, John Ross, the wide receiver from Washington, had surgery for a torn labrum back in mid-March. What's the usual recovery time for a surgery like that?
It's about 6 months for return to contact. So certainly that would risk his initial return. So I think there's two things to look at here. What does it mean for his first season, and what does it mean long term? The good news is that long term, most labral injuries can be fixed, and there are a number of guys in the league who have had labral injuries, have had surgery, and made a successful recovery. So I think from a long term standpoint, that wouldn't impact my decision making significantly. From a short term impact, that even when a guy's cleared, and they're usually cleared for non-contact activities at about 4 months, football type activities unrestricted at about 6 months, that's certainly not going to be something that's compatible with it getting back and producing or contributing at a high level for year one. So I think you got to break it down into first season and beyond in terms of making that analysis.
Doc, how hard is it to tell a young kid, somebody like a John Ross who wants to make a name for themselves at the next level, coming out of college, to just relax and let the recovery time take care of itself instead of pushing it in that recovery period?
Yeah, I think it's hard for a kid at any level. We see kids in high school who have a hard time. They're playing multiple sports. They don't want to miss a season. By the time they're juniors and seniors, people are starting to look at them from a college standpoint, so they've got pressure that in that regard. And then as you get to the next level, obviously this has been their dream for their entire life, and now you're telling them to put it on hold. I think, this is really where the physician-patient relationship comes in. They've got to understand the injury. They've got to understand the implications. And you've just got to lay it straight with them in terms of what their short-term and long-term outcomes look like. I think all of these players go through kind of an emotional healing period along with the physical healing period when they have surgery. And this is where I think a team can be very helpful in terms of putting the support staff around them to make sure that they're emotionally taken care of, integrated with the team, feeling like they're part of the process and part of their recovery to help them get better more quickly and be ready to go when they're done.
I.e., listen to your doctor. That's what you got to do.
Listen to your doctor and trainers, medical professionals. They know what to do, and they know when you're ready to do something.
That's why we listen to Dr. Verma right here. We appreciate the time, and thanks for joining us here on The Rally, exclusively on Twitter.
Thanks, guys.